Hello friends, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, please make sure you hit that subscribe button if you like scrapbooking videos, memory planning videos, and anything paper crafting. Thank you so much for being here today, and thank you to all of my subscribers. I truly appreciate you. Thank you so much for your continued support. So we're starting right off with a mistake. The first day of this week was the 29th, and the next number would be 30. So I stamped it too. So we just cover that up with a little white piece of cardstock again, like we did last week. Yeah. So I am not going to make that mistake again with the first of the month. So we have the 30th, the 31st, and then February 1st. So this is the end of January and the first couple of days in February. So you can see that mistake on the 30th, but I am okay with that. It's not a big deal to me. There are all of the days of the week stamped out. So many of you last week gave me ideas to mask and then put the day of the week in between the numbers and do the masking. I will say that I did try that off camera, and my numbers aren't big enough. I don't have that many number stamps. This is the biggest number stamp that I have. And then the other one that I have is very, very small numbers. And these are the smallest days of the weeks that I have as well. So I don't have stamp sets that will work with that yet. Maybe one day I will, but for right now I only have a couple numbers and a couple days of the week, just because I'm just getting started with this memory planning, and I want to make sure that I'm going to stick with it and I really enjoy it and like it before I invest more money in more stamps. So I'm trying to use what I have. So this week I am using the Distress Oxide inks again, and I am using Fossilized Amber, Chipped Sapphire, Victorian Velvet, and Peeled Paint. These are the same ones that I used last week, except for this week I added the Fossilized Amber, which is a yellow, like a mustardy yellow. I went ahead and adhered all my photos down. I do have this one on the right hand side that's in the center that has some curse words on it. So I just flipped it over. It's a meme. And I just flipped it over so you guys don't have to see that. And yeah, I have a frame around it, like a little picture frame. So that's why it looks like that. I was going to try to use these photo corners, but really you need to use photo corners before you glue photos down. So I forgot. Right now I'm looking through this little dish that I have on my desk. It just has random die cuts, ephemera, wood veneer, and bows, and some homemade embellishments that I have made in the past. And I wanted to start there just to see if there was anything that I could use. And there was this little coffee cup wood veneer and a couple heartwood veneers that I'm going to use. Those have been in my stash for years, like years. So it felt really good to be able to use those this week. And this is the first time that I've actually used wood veneer on a page in the memory planner. And I felt comfortable doing it because the paper that I used in my memory planner is thick. You have to remember that I printed these at home. And so I printed them on thick cardstock. But I will say that my printer had some trouble. Paper got stuck in my printer a couple times because it's so thick. So you definitely want to be careful if you're printing at home and you're printing on a really thick cardstock. And also, the next month or so, apparently I printed them off. I don't even know how that happened because it's already a file that somebody made and I purchased, and then I just printed it from home. So they're not lined up straight. So if you really look at it on the right hand side, the numbers are above the numbers on the left side. And I don't know how that happened. I'm not really quite sure what happened, but I'm going with it and I'm going to use it because I've already pre-printed all the way through, I think, March. So some of them are messed up and some of them aren't. I don't know. Maybe I clicked something in the settings or something. I'm not sure what I did. But I am using some papers from Freckled Fawn, and these puffy hearts are also from Freckled Fawn, which I don't think I actually use any of those. No, I do not. And then I'm also using the Heidi Swapp Carefree collection again as well. I used it last week. I really, really enjoyed the colors, and I felt like the papers from Freckled Fawn that I have here, they're 6x8 papers as well. They went really well. They have those like mauve colors and pink, like really light pinks. And I thought that it went well and it mixed really well with the Carefree collection from Heidi Swapp. And so that is what I'm doing this week. I'm using a lot. I mean, all of this is my stash, and has been in my stash for a while. So it always feels good to me to use up things that I've had for a long time. I don't know if anybody else is like that, but I think all of us crafters are that way. It really just feels really good and satisfying to use something that's been in your stash for a little while. Also, I did use some washi tape in a couple places. Again, I am trying to use, I don't have that much washi tape to be honest, but I am trying to use what I have. So I'm just adhering the papers in the boxes. And this week, I don't really have a ton of pictures, to be honest. I have a couple pictures of coffee. I actually have 3 pictures of my coffee. One looking down into the cup, one of a beautiful iced coffee that I made, and then one of me holding a cup of coffee in my craft room. And then I have a picture of Maggie laying on my bed. I took a shower that morning and I came out of the shower to get dressed and there she was laying on my bed like this. So hilarious. She's just like laid all out like, this is my bed. And then I have a picture of Emily before school one morning. I have a picture of a perfume that I purchased at Target. And a picture of myself with my Nespresso order. I ordered some new coffee pods because I was almost out and I went a little overboard, but it's okay. And then I have a meme about, it says, people in their 40s when this year's Super Bowl halftime show comes on. I'm not in my 40s, I'm in my 30s, but I still thought it was funny because it was still relevant to me. If you know, you know. I'm just going to leave it at that. So now I am just looking for something to go over on the right hand side. In the previous weeks, I have used pattern paper and then did journaling. But this week I'm going to use pattern paper just to look at it, just like for it to be pretty. There's not going to be any journaling on the side. There really wasn't a whole lot happening this week. Again, I will do some journaling. I use this sticker book and there's a sticker in it that has like ledger paper kind of look, and it's actually too wide for the square or the rectangles. So I'm going to cut it and put one in, one on one box and then the other one on another box. So I just have 2 little places to do some journaling. But really, like I said, there's really not a lot that happened this week. So there's not too much that I really needed to journal about. And there's lots of hearts on this page this week. I'm noticing that, but I love it. And then I also did use an epoxy flare on the picture of Maggie. It says life is better with a dog, and that is from Scrap and Happy Studio. I love her flare. They're beautiful. They're really well made and they're nice and flat. I really enjoy working with those. And I'm just taking a look at the sticker sheet again. I'm going to use a label down here with a little flower, and then I'm going to put that larger flower at the top right hand side. I just felt like it needed something up here, and then a little tiny word phrase sticker that says enjoy the now, because that's what this is all about, right? like looking at all the small things in the week and just enjoying like where you are right now, I feel like. And I love that phrase. So this is the paper that I decided to use on the right hand side. I'm going to measure here, and it's a really small space. But I really wanted to use this paper in some way. I know that I personally wouldn't use this paper for like a layout, just because it's more like realistic looking and it's just not my style, but I love the look of it and I think it's gorgeous. So I'm going to use it over here on the side. And then I have more of it I can use on another spread in another week, but look how pretty that is. I love it. It's so pretty. And so I am going to do a little bit of journaling. I'm going to write on the right hand side, there's numbers on that journaling. And I write coffee, Gel Manny, Emily, Maggie, and memes. Those were my highlights of the week. I did give myself a gel manicure at home for the first time. I do have a picture of that in there. And so that was fun. That's my nail polish that I have on in the video. It's like red. It's really bright red. And then I'm going to write over here that we don't have any pictures of Greg this week because he was gone all week. He was working out of town all week. So that is why we have no pictures of him. And then I'm going to do a little journaling down here that says my Nespresso order came. And really that is my spread for the week. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. I love hearing from y'all, and I love responding, and I just like seeing your comments. It just makes me so happy. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to spread love and be kind. I hope that y'all have an amazing day. Bye, friends.